Welcome back to the channel. Today we are transforming a helpful guide from the Texas Insurance Training Academy into a comprehensive video roadmap. Getting licensed in Texas is actually a very streamlined process if and only if you follow the steps in the correct order. Unlike some other professions where you apply and then get tested, Texas operates on a prove-it-first model. There are essentially four main pillars to this process: preparation, examination, fingerprinting, and application. We're going to walk through each one, detailing exactly what you need to do, where you need to go, and what you can expect to pay. Let's start with what I call Step 0. There is a common misconception about Texas insurance licensing. Many people believe they are legally required to complete a specific number of classroom hours before they can even book their exam. In many states, that is true, but not in Texas. The Texas Department of Insurance, or TDI, does not require a certificate of completion from a school just to take the general lines exam. However, and this is a big however, do not let this fool you into thinking you can just walk in and pass. The exams are difficult and technical. Step 0 is finding a high-quality exam prep course. You need a course that breaks down the complex legal verbiage into plain English. While the state doesn't force you to take a course, the reality is that without one, your chances of passing drop significantly. Treat this voluntary step as mandatory for your own success. Now, let's move to the official Step 1. In Texas, your first official interaction with the system is scheduling your exam. You will be dealing with a company called Pearson VUE. They are the testing vendor that administers the exam on behalf of the state. You cannot submit your license application to the state until you have passed this exam. This is designed to filter out applicants who aren't ready. To schedule, you'll visit the Pearson VUE website. You will need to create an account and select the specific license type you are going for, most likely the general lines life, accident and health, or property and casualty. A quick tip: ensure the name you use to register matches your government ID exactly. If your ID says Robert and you register as Bob, they will turn you away at the testing center, and you will forfeit your exam fee. Let's talk about what happens inside that testing room. It's important to know the battlefield. For a standard general lines life and health license, you are looking at 150 questions. You'll have 2 hours and 30 minutes to complete them. The exam is divided into two sections: the general or national section, which covers insurance concepts that are true everywhere, and the state section, which covers Texas-specific laws and regulations like the Texas Insurance Code. You don't have to pass these sections individually, you just need a combined score of 70% or higher. Interestingly, not all questions count. About 10 to 15 questions are pre-test questions that the state is testing for future exams. You won't know which ones they are, so you have to treat every question as if it counts. But if you see a weird question that makes no sense, don't panic. It might be a pre-test question that won't hurt your score. Once you have that passing score report in your hand, and yes, they print it out for you right at the testing center, you might be tempted to apply immediately. But wait, Step 2 is your background check. Texas requires electronic fingerprinting through a vendor called IdentoGo. Here is the pro tip that saves you a headache. You should initiate the process on the Texas Department of Insurance website or the IdentoGo website using the specific service code for insurance licensing. That code is usually 11G6QF, but always double check the latest instructions on the TDI site. You'll schedule an appointment, go to a physical location, and have your fingerprints scanned digitally. These are then sent to the DPS and the FBI. This step is crucial because the state needs to verify you don't have any disqualifying criminal history before they even look at your application. We have finally arrived at Step 3, the application. You've passed your test and you've been fingerprinted. Now you officially ask the state for your license. You will do this online through a portal called CIRCON or NIPR. Though CIRCON is very commonly used for Texas resident applications, there is a state fee, typically around $50. Now, here's a timing tip that is often missed. Wait about 3 to 5 business days after you pass your exam before you apply. Why? Because it takes time for Pearson VUE to send your exam results to the state's database. If you apply 10 minutes after passing, the system might reject you because it thinks you haven't passed yet. Give the computers a few days to talk to each other. Once you submit the application, You'll attach your fingerprint receipt if requested, though usually the fingerprints are linked automatically. Even with this roadmap, people make mistakes. Let's cover the most common ones so you can avoid them. Number 1, misunderstanding the background check. If you have any past misdemeanors or felonies, you may need to provide additional documentation. It doesn't automatically disqualify you, but hiding it is fraud, which will disqualify you. Be honest on your application. Number 2, letting your exam score expire. Your passing exam score is valid for exactly 1 year. If you pass the test but wait 13 months to apply for the license, you have to take the test all over again. And number 3, not checking your email. TDI will communicate with you via email. Check your spam folder regularly after you apply so you don't miss a request for more information. So you've done everything right. What happens next? The Texas Department of Insurance generally processes applications very quickly. Once all the data is in, sometimes within a week or two, you won't receive a fancy paper license in the mail. Texas is digital. You will receive an email notification, and you will be able to print your license directly from the Sercon website. This piece of paper is your golden ticket. It allows you to be appointed by insurance carriers to sell their products. Remember, the license makes you legal to sell, but you still need to be appointed by a company to actually sell their specific policies. To recap, your journey to becoming a Texas insurance agent is a 4-step linear process. First, prepare with a quality course. Don't wing it. Second, schedule and pass your exam with Pearson VUE. Third, get your fingerprints done at IdentoGo. And fourth, wait a few days, then submit your application on Sercon. It's a rigorous process, but it's designed to ensure that the people protecting Texans' financial futures are qualified and trustworthy. You are embarking on a career with immense potential, and this administrative hurdle is just the first victory of many. If you found this guide helpful, please give this video a like. It helps other future agents find this information. For more deep dives into insurance training and specific exam tips, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking for that Step 0 prep course we mentioned, check the link in the description for resources from the Texas Insurance Training Academy. Good luck on your exam, and we'll see you in the next video.